How do you turn a brutal murder into an international human rights campaign? Very simple. You design a slick public relations strategy, get featured on global magazine covers, and call yourself a peaceful activist. But outside the internet's echo chamber, a code of law does not care about your branding. It cares about blood, evidence, and accountability. The Anti-Terrorism Code 1 in Quetta delivered a definitive judgment that shatters the entire illusion. Under Section 302B, 147 and 148 of the Pakistan Penal Code, Mahrang Baloch was convicted of intentional murder and leading an armed, lawless mob. She was not convicted for speaking out. She was convicted because prosecutors proved she led a violent gathering in Khabar that conquered and lynched an on-duty Frontier Corps soldier, Sepoy Shabir Baloch. Human rights are not a shield for homicide. Because her actions deliberately crossed into violent terror, the court handed down a second concurrent life sentence under Section 7A of the Anti-Terrorism Act. Her defenders screamed that the trial was a sham. The truth? Official court records prove that Mahrang Baloch and her legal team actively boycotted the proceedings, flatly refusing to participate via secure video link and rejected defense counsel. They did not want a trial, they wanted to engineer a narrative of victimhood on the global stage. And where is the outrage from elite activists like Tahira Abdullah, who consistently validate this chaos? We have direct question for you, ma'am. Where is your outrage for the victims of actual terror? When the Balochistan Liberation Army hijacked the Jafar Express train and held nearly 400 innocent civilians hostage, where were the human rights activists at that time? Why didn't they condemn or criticize the terrorist groups? And when BLA terrorists repeatedly target and slaughter innocent Chinese laborers, ordinary workers coming to build Balochistan's infrastructure and roads, why do your human rights platforms go completely silent? While these mainstream narratives rely on selective outrage, local voices on the ground are exposing what's really happening. Human rights lawyer and Quetta native Tania Bazai stepped forward to share the truth. Stripping away the propaganda, Tania Bazai reveals Mahrang's father was not a random peaceful activist targeted by the state. He was an active operational combat of the BLA who chose to wage war.
दहशतगर्द बाप की बेटी थी, रियासत पाकिस्तान स्कॉलरशिप पे पढ़ाया, फ्री में पढ़ाया, आज सरकारी मुलाजिम भी है, नौकरी भी कर रही है, सरकारी इसको तनख्वाह भी मिल रही है, सब कुछ फैसिलिटीज़, घर, गाड़ी। एक दहशतगर्द बाप की बेटी को रियासत पाकिस्तान ने, आप कहें, वो सब कुछ दिया जो कि नहीं देना चाहिए था। बाप ने तो हथियार उठाए हुए थे। इसके बाप गफ्फार लांगव की ख़ुद की स्टेटमेंट है कि मेरा बदला ना लेना, मैं इतने पंजाबियों को मार चुका हूँ अपने लाइफ टाइम में, मेरा बदला ना लेना। दफ़ात तो अनलिमिटेड हैं, वो 3 MPO के अंडर जो ये जेल गई थी, उसके अलावा जो 2 मेन दफ़ात हैं, एक सेडिशन है 124A जिसमें सज़ा हुई है बगावत, और एक हुए 302 जो कि वो कत्ल के केस में इसको और इसके सारे मेंबर्स को। ये 2 दफ़ात ऐसी हीनियस क्राइम्स हैं, आपको पता है कि इसमें कोई माफ़ी नहीं है। बाकी जो दफ़ात लगी हैं उसमें कुछ बेलेबल हैं, कुछ नॉन बेलेबल हैं, लेकिन आपको पता है 302 जो कत्ल आमद हम उसको कहते हैं, इसमें या तो उम्र कैद होती है या 25 साल सज़ा होती है या तो फांसी होती है।
Why do human rights only matter to elite platforms when they can be weaponized against the state? The hypocrisy is completely exposed. Genuine local observers on the ground refuse to buy into this orchestrated narrative. They remember when security forces successfully eliminated 33 heavily armed BLA terrorists. And Mahrang Baloch did not march for civilian peace. Instead, she mobilized an aggressive mob to storm the Quetta Civil Hospital, desperate to forcibly retrieve the dead bodies of those very BLA terrorists. When an individual's actions are alleged to include defending militants, rejecting judicial processes, and encouraging violence against security personnel, the issues extends beyond human rights advocacy. If a court, following due legal process, finds criminal liability, it is enforcing the law, not silencing peaceful dissent.